お元気ですか? Today, we're going to work on represent the value of a digit. Represent the value of a digit. So once we're representing the value of a digit, we are currently working on place value. Now, there is a really interesting question today. Really interesting. The question is, what is the relationship between those numbers? Repeat. What is the relationship between those numbers? So you are wondering, which numbers is the teacher talking about? This is our number for today. So as you can see, there is a number that is highlighted and there is a number that is circled. There is a reason for that. I will explain it in a minute. I also want you to know that I have divided the board in quadrants. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason is because I'm going to be explaining, I'm laying this out in the board in quadrants, in a sequence, in a logic sequence. So if you miss any piece of information during the video clip, you can go back and check and then follow through forward. We have our number. So this number have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. Our number today have 5 digits. And there is a number that is highlighted and there is a number that is circled. So why we have a number highlighted and a number circled? This is when this question, what is the relationship of those numbers? What is the relationship of those numbers? Yes, what is the relationship of those two numbers? Let's start off saying that we have here the ones, the tenth, the hundred, the thousand, and the 10,000. Now we need to know that how it works. Firstly, when we are in this position, in the 7th position, we have to use our place value and we move in this direction. So anytime we move in this direction, this number, the next number, is 10 times bigger. If we move from the 6 to this, the next number, it would be 10 times bigger. If we move to the next number in the same direction, that will be 10 times bigger. If we move in this direction, this 4, it will be 10 times bigger than the 8. Now, remember this 7, if we move here, the 6 is 10 times bigger than the 7. The 7 is 10 times bigger than the 6. We move to the 8. The 8 is 10 times bigger than the 7, and the 4 is 10 times bigger than the 8. Now, let's write our number. There is a number circled and a number highlighted. Now let's see in this the other way around. So we have the relation. Let's look for the relationship between those numbers. So now we end up in the number 4, and now we're going to move in this direction to the next number. And we say that when we move in that direction, the next number is 1/10 smaller. If we move from this number to this number in this direction, that will be 1/10 smaller. The same, if we move from the 7 to the number 6, the number 6 what would be 1/10 smaller. If we move from the number 6 to the number 7, in this direction, this 7 is going to be 1/10 smaller. Now let's compare the number that is highlighted and the number that is highlighted and the number that is circled. So we say that we move 1, 2. We move 1 and we move 2. That means that those 1, 2 makes 100. So that way, this number 7 is 100 smaller than this 7. So repeat, this 7 is 100 smaller than this 7 because of the 1 and 2, and every jump that we do represents a 0. So one jump for 1 0 and the other jump for the other 0. That 1/100th. And that's the way this 7 is 100 smaller than this 7. Now let's see the next part. We have to write our number. This number is circled and this is highlighted. And we have again the relationship between those numbers. Let's move in this way and we show that will be 10 times. So we move from the 6 to the 7, and that will be another 10 times. So this 0 and this 0 will be 2 zeros. So this is indicating that this number 7 is 1 to 100 times bigger than this. This 7 is 1 to 100 times bigger than this 7. Now let's see the next comparison on the other way around. We have our same number, and this number is highlighted and this is circled. Let's see. So now we're going to move from this number in the other way around, which is in this direction, and we say that we move this way. This is 1/10, and from the 6 to the 7 is 1/10. As you can see here, we have moved 1 2 zeros. So that means that this 7 is 100 times smaller than this 7. Again, this 7 right here is 1 2. That means 100 times smaller than this. This 7 is 100 times smaller than this 7. And that's the way we represent the relationship between numbers. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video like I did, and see you next time.